Hi, this is Ankat. I'll be giving a quick demo for the git replay script that I created. Before we actually go into the replay part, let's go over the script itself. As you can see, the script takes an argument along with the call. Um, the if condition is there to check if the input given as an argument is actually an SSH for Git repository. The two main variables that we need to actually worry about is the repo replay get and the delay. So the repo replay get here contains the git SSH for the repository that you want to have the replay in. So as expected, you need to have the push permissions to this repository, and it should contain either it should be empty or have some useless stuff that you don't mind having overridden. The delay variable is basically a time gap between two commits or push. Since we're making the script for Bamboo and it's going to build every time it receives a commit, I figured it would be a good idea to have a small gap between the commits so that it has time to start building before it receives the next commit. For demo purposes, I'm going to reduce this to 1 second. You can edit this yourself. It just takes a numerical value followed by an S, M, H, or D, which stand for seconds, minutes, hours, or days, as specified in the script. The reset function is basically overriding the entire repository and pushing, well, technically force pushing an empty repository with just a temp file that in this case contains something to write. This is done basically so that there's no conflicts from the existing files, and Bamboo doesn't get confused by files being overridden. The replay function itself takes the argument that you provided with the script call, adds it to the remote, in this case remote source src, and fetches it, and using the git revision list it takes each SHA for each commit and pushes it as a commit using cherry pick, and when it's done all the temporary folders created by the script are deleted. So that's all for the script. This is my git repository that I created specifically to replay inside. So let's just take the SSH, put it in the repo replay git. One last thing before we actually call the script, you need to make sure that the script has executable permissions. So all you want to do is ls-al, check the permissions for the script. As you can see right now it only has read and write permissions. So what you want to do is chmod +x, which is giving it executable permissions, and then check just to make sure. And now it's green, which generally shows that the script is executable. Now all you want to do is call the script followed by an argument. So in this case I'm gonna replay this repository itself onto the playground repository. So I take the SSH, paste it here. Before I finish the call, I want to show you that playground right now contains that this is old repository for breakout that I replayed recently just to test it out. As soon as we call the script, it's gonna get emptied out and start having new commits from the git replay bash. So let's do it. It cloned the repo, starts pushing. As you can see, there's an initial commits, all the previous commits are gone, and for every second it's pushing the commits from repo git replay bash script. And keep refreshing it. It's gonna keep pushing every second. and it's done. And now just to confirm, as you can see, it maintained the entire structure of the commits. Started off with create readme, and ended up with add comments to the script. Um, that's all. Thank you for watching.